Peace, rise and shine, felicidades, Christmas. May Christ smash you, with his energy and his spirit. So, and also thanks to my mama, my dad, my family, all those that support and keep me in line, especially my mama. Thank you, mama. For real, we've been through a lot, and this week was one of those weeks that we got to stay balanced. So don't feed into the negative energy that's out there, as I always say. Do your own research on whatever it is you want to find out. And right now, when you're in Sunshine TV class, we're back with After School. All right, this is the Thought Prophecies. Read from the Hermetic Texts by Graham Hancock. Let's see what this is about, even though I pretty much have a clear understanding. We're going to get it clearer. Hermetic text, right? All right, the Hermetic text, 5,000 years ago, right? Let's get that. Yeah, right there.
We live at a crossroads. There's no doubt. We all feel it. We all know it. I don't think it's the first time that mankind has stood at such a crossroads. But here we are now, facing it and hopefully dealing with it. I'm going to close with a reading from the Hermetica, from the Hermetic texts. Hermes was the Greek version of the ancient Egyptian god Thoth.
Thoth.
The Romans knew him as Mercury. And in a dialogue, the Hermetica.
How is he that?
Dialogues between Thoth and Hermes.
How did he go through all those transitions?
And in one called the Asclepius, a lament is presented.
Solomon.
And it's like a prophecy. It's a bit like the Mayan
Suleiman, rather.
Prophecy.
Solomon, Suleiman.
Egypt seems to stand as a metaphor for the whole world in this, and to my mind, for the world in our time. This
right now.
Lament, this prophecy is speaking directly to us. So it's Hermes speaking, and he's saying to Asclepius this: do you know, Asclepius, that Egypt is an image of heaven? Or to speak more exactly, in Egypt, all the operations of the powers which rule and work in heaven are present in the earth below. In fact, it should be said that the whole cosmos dwells in this our land, as in a sanctuary. And yet, since it is fitting that wise men should have knowledge of all events before they come to pass, you must not be left in ignorance of what I will now tell you. There will come a time when it will have been in vain that Egyptians have honored the Godhead with heartfelt piety and service.
Wow.
And all our holy worship will be fruitless and ineffectual. The gods will return from earth to heaven. Egypt will be forsaken, and the land which was once the home of religion will be left desolate, bereft of the presence of its deities.
Wow.
O Egypt, Egypt, of thy religion nothing will remain but an empty tale, which thine own children in time to come will not believe. Nothing will be left but graven words, and only the stones will tell of thy piety. And in that day men will be weary of life, and they will cease to think the universe worthy of reverent wonder and worship. They will no longer love this world around us, this incomparable work of God, this glorious.
Look at this fucking shit. All them weird deals.
Made up of many diverse forms. This instrument, whereby the will of God operates in that which he has made, ungrudgingly favoring man's welfare. This combination and accumulation of all the manifold things that call forth the veneration, praise, and love of the
soulless.
Darkness will be preferred to light.
See?
Death will be thought more profitable than life.
The mask on.
No one will raise his eyes to heaven. The pious will be deemed insane. The impious wise. The madman will be thought
Pious
brave
is
man,
insane. Do
and
you
the
know what
wicked
that
will be
means?
esteemed as good.
Just look
for
at
the soul,
politics.
and the belief that it is
Wow.
immortal by nature or may hope to attain to immortality, as I have taught you,
Chakras
all this
aligned.
they will mock, and even persuade
shit.
themselves that it is false. No word of reverence or piety, no utterance worthy of heaven will be heard or believed. And so the gods will depart from mankind, a grievous thing, and only evil angels will remain, who will mingle with men and drive the poor wretches into all manner of reckless crime, into wars and robberies and frauds and all things hostile.
I sure didn't know
to
God the
nature
way I
of the
know
soul.
him now. Know them, right?
Then will the
Say that.
earth tremble, and the sea bear no ships. Heaven will not support the stars in their orbits. All voices of the gods will be forced into silence. The fruits of the earth will rot. The soil will turn barren, and the very air will sicken with sudden stagnation. All things will be disordered and awry. All good will disappear. But when all this has befallen,
That's why I say stay balanced, but
then God,
y'all don't like
creator
that,
of
so-
all things, will look on that which has come to pass.
well, I ain't gonna
Will
say y'all
stop
don't.
the
It's
disorder
just
by
the
counterforce of his
programming that you
will,
got.
which is the good. He
It's
will
telling
call
you what
back
I'm
the
saying is
bright
bad.
path those who have gone astray. He
Please
will cleanse
stop.
the world of evil, washing it away with floods, burning it out with the fiercest fire, and expelling it with war and pestilence. And thus he will bring back his world to its former aspect,
That's
so
right.
that the cosmos will once more be deemed worthy of worship and wondering reverence.
In order to build, you have to
The
destroy.
maker and maintainer of the mighty fabric will be adored by the men of that day with continuous songs
Life
of
and
praise
death.
and blessing.
The dance.
Such is the new birth of the cosmos. It is a making again of all things good, a holy and awe-inspiring restoration of all nature, and it is wrought inside the
Look at
process
that
of
tree
time
right there.
by the eternal will
The real
of the
tree.
Creator. I
Tree
don't
of
know
life.
whether we're going to face some terrible global catastrophe or not.
Some money tree.
I certainly hope not. I hope it will not come down to misery and horror, awful, awful things. There's enough of that in the world already. But I do remember what all the ancient texts say.
The
There isn't
mushroom.
a single flood myth, there isn't a single story of the destruction of past civilizations that don't implicate humanity in the story somewhere. Our own behavior, what we do, is part of what we're bringing down on the world right now. What we are manifesting in the world, that is what is coming towards us. We are
Yeah.
the authors of this thing, and we can change the story
For
if
real.
we want to change it. I firmly believe that. Are we looking
We
at
gotta
traces
care.
of a forgotten episode in human history? I think so. I think that's what's going on here.
Look at that.
And because we've forgotten it,
How they lit.
because we are
How they lit them
a
up
species with
without no
these
electricity.
because we are so much a mystery to ourselves. Perhaps it's because of that we're so lost and so troubled today, so haunted by the sense of something missing, something that we need to know
Yeah.
about ourselves. For the ancient Egyptians, the essential mystery of human existence concerned our spiritual essence.
That's what I'm trying to tell
We
my
are
people.
participating in this theater
Spiritual
of
ascension.
experience that we call life in the world in an immense endeavor aimed at the perfection of the soul. I've talked with shamans in the Amazon, and when I've asked them, what do you think is the problem with the world? What's the
I
problem
think I did
with
this
the
class
West?
before. I know I've seen
They
it.
say it's very simple. You've severed your connection with spirit. You've cut the link.
You cut that
You
link.
have to restore that link if you're going to move forward from here. You can't move forward from the place you're in.
But I'm only
if
dealing
you
with
don't
nature.
restore the connection to spirit. And that seems to me the most fundamental task.
Nature has brought me
that-
back
that
my
all of
link,
us now
my
face.
connection, my tap in.
Not these exterior trappings of power that have brought such horror and misery to the world.
Old
This is the
MacDonald
moment of
farm.
crossroads that we stand at.
Old
None
MacDonald
of us
had a farm.
can effect changes on a macro
E-I-E-I-O.
level. It's impossible to do so. But we can make changes on a micro level.
Micro level.
We can
See,
make
that's where I'm
changes in our
moving
own
from.
lives. We can make changes in our immediate surroundings.
Look at
Changes
my
for the better,
plants.
changes driven.
Because I
Love.
care
So
and I
overwhelming
want to
is the
see a
notion
better world.
of global destruction. No, I can't stop that, but I can stop what I'm doing to contribute to it.
Yeah.
And if we all do that, then I believe a huge change in consciousness will come, and the world can move on, and we can look forward to a future for our children and our children's children, and once again bring this bright, beautiful jewel garden.
Damn, I might not be able to put the whole thing up
Bring it
on
back to the place it should be.
Instagram, but every soul is like a raindrop that falls from the sky into a vast ocean of consciousness. Do you get that? Most raindrops hit the surface and make a small ripple that fades away. Yes, we do. But some ripples become waves. Awesome. Gratitude. Thank you. So peace, love, and light. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm back. Stay balanced or stay in chaos.